Yeah, he needs to do just that. You know what I'm saying? Amid new bombing, Ukraine now seen as a war, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, I don't know, attrition or whatever, try it or whatever. But we see a whole lot of garbage. Ukraine is now being displaced in all shapes and forms. You know what I'm saying? We see the U.S. ambassador to UN vows to aggressively respond if Russia uses chemical weapons. You know what I'm saying? So now we even have this threat back and forth with chemical weapons. You see what I'm talking about? So this was caused by the Biden administration, even coming all the way down from what we saw with COVID-19. You see what I'm saying? Now that all people are where they are on that map or level of COVID-19, we see a war, of one of the most dangerous and brutal war that could ever happen right now, because Mr. Putin is sitting up on so many nuclear warheads that America, can't even, you know, you know, all them different countries, it doesn't going to make a sense. It's still going to destroy life as we know it. We must remove the demon Democrats from our government and put them in check to the point they will not be able to do what they did like they doing right now. Once their behind gets in trouble, once they get up a pedophilia, all kinds of nastiness for 47 years that will turn your stomach, to the point of alliance of all these different countries, same ones they activated to during COVID-19. That's why it always was able to spread all around the world at the same time, because of all the alliances all in bed together. Biden European trip will be heavy on display of Western unity, but could be a light on action. Could be a light on action to stop Putin's Ukraine war that we must see. Because, like I said, Biden needs to do more in stepping up and bringing Putin to the table, because we know full well you ain't going to punk it. You're not going to punk Putin, because Putin definitely has the military might and better in order to fight, and allies as well, to fight this war. And America is going to pay a heavy cost, and the world as we know it, dropping them nuclear bombs that will hit the earth hard as a meteorite that will crack the earth in its fullness. So let people continue to believe that this is all just Putin's fault, and not nothing to do with Biden and Hunter Biden being in that country talking about they getting money from some energy deal, when they were getting money to manipulate NATO, or bribe. They were bribing or getting money or whatever they're facilitating back and forth to get Ukraine into the NATO alliance. But that would be a threat. It's the same if I was in Putin's position. We need to look at that. You know what I'm saying? We're beginning to play games here, but this has been going on a long, long time between these as a country bust up, even going back to Germany and all of that. They've been doing a lot of this garbage. President Biden and his fellow leaders, hope to finalize and, unveil a package of new measures to punish Russia, you know what I'm saying, punish Russia, help Ukraine, and demonstrate, Western unity at the string of emergency summit in Europe this week. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he said, because he's a clown, and I think that you need to get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Mister thing is protecting his country by all means, and you should let it have been the other way around. You want to see how fast America would have been all over it, talking about it, you know what I'm saying? So how you expect to pull a scheme, you know what I'm saying, prior to what we know what was going on with Hunter Biden. That's why Trump said you were getting Ukraine money, you were getting Russian money, because they are Russians and Romans as well. You were getting their money, millions and millions of dollars to pull this bullshit, because you've been planning this even when it comes to COVID, like all the way up. All this was a plan put into play in order to save their ass and push forward at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't fooling nobody. You know what I'm saying? But aside from the dramatic wartime show, uh, resolve, few, you know what I'm saying? Few observers believe anything the leader can agree upon will be enough to end the bombshell in Ukraine, or, this ensued Russia President Vladimir Putin from continuing to attack that are increasingly harming civilians. Yes, and that is true. That is true. Because whenever anything goes down, see what people need to understand, when anything goes down in two people, like anybody in our government, anybody in power, anybody within the governmental system, elites even, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to forget that these Luciferian beasts, same as you have with Bill Gates and Linda Gates, you know what I'm saying? And a whole lot of others like them that do this thing to our world. You know what I'm saying? When they're in that type of position where they have power and money and all this and that, they're doing things outside of the people's right to agree with that garbage that you did. So when they got this money and power, while you are asleep in your bed, they're traveling around the world. They got people they pay to do it. They got tons of secret agents and all type of secret shit going on that be moving when you're not moving, even during the day. You know what I'm saying? And they over there. But these are only certain set of people. That is not the whole majority of the world as a whole. Not everybody that goes to work at the postal service is up in there looking at what these presidents and these secret societies and these different elites and these fucking demon Democrat deep state Luciferian suckers are doing, and going into people countries and doing garbage. I've been doing it for years. They did it in Africa over and over again. We see that, and then got a nerve to work their way into power and then discriminate on the original people of the fucking land. So now you have Biden and them doing this bullshit unbeknown to us, to where they were ramping this unbeknown to us, whether they were choosing to join NATO or not, or have put into an application or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Why at this particular time did this become an issue to where Putin attacks Ukraine is what we must ask and what we must think about. You know what I'm saying? This didn't happen just by chance. You know what I'm saying? And people need to wake up. Since the proposal of NATO Leaders Summit was the first broadcast roughly 2 weeks ago, America and Europe officials have been discussing potential announcement for leaders to make at the conclusion of gathering, you know what I'm saying, according to several people familiar with the plans. So we must start to look at that, because when, like I said, that's like me being the president right now and I'm in charge. Or I've been a vice president, or gotten money, I'm rich because you robbed the fucking country blind. You cheated every election, all you demon Democrat suckers. And you went in there, and now you're in there. We don't see you, we don't know you, we don't meet you, we don't hang out with you, we don't know nothing about your decisions, we don't know nothing about the lawmaking, we don't know nothing about the bills until they come out on the news and you talk about it. And then you go into these countries and you send people like your son and these different, and they're over there, manipulating, carrying on, and doing all this different stuff. You think Putin don't have intelligent groups that look into this? You know what I'm saying? Like the KGB, if they're still around. But, they look into shit like that, and they probably picked up on that shit that they were doing, and they pushing the issue and was getting the money. That's why Hunter Biden ran back over there with so much millions of dollars, till he could have, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different women in his room, having sex and wild out and smoking crack. We actually have a buff crackhead dump group of people running this country. That goes for Kamala as well. She is not black. I don't know where you get that from, but we need to start looking at this situation more better.